What's happening, people? We're back here once again on CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. Super excited to be back inside the building as we have seen a new one drop from the one that they call Chronixx. This one goes by the name of Safe and Sound. I'm a massive Chronixx fan. For me, one of the most forward-thinking and experimental artists there is worldwide, and still very firmly placed into that dancehall reggae bracket. He's an amazing just general musician across the board. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. So, if you aren't already subscribed, people, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment, all of that good stuff, and getting involved in the channel in as many ways as you possibly can. We're trying to hit 10k by the end of the month. We can only do that with your help, so please do get involved. The thing to remember about this video, my friends, is that there will be a lot of cuts and pauses. The reason for this is because YouTube are blocking the videos unless we really cut them down, so there's no way around it, unfortunately. Hopefully you'll have already heard the tune and you're coming here to listen to a reaction and an analysis and a breakdown, so hopefully you can still enjoy. Without further ado, then, let's crack on with this one.
Get the youth start wise up now. Warning. Rise, get the youth start rise up now.
Just his presence. Yeah, there's something, just before we get into this, there's something about his on-screen presence and the tonality that he starts tunes off with. Obviously, the instrumentation behind those strings, super cinematic. It feels like something's going to happen. And he just has this vibe. Obviously, we've got the smoke in the background. The video's already looking crazy. Even though it's shot in this smaller frame, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this. I'm losing my breath. I'm that excited.
Love flowing in the streets. Children smile, skin empty. Love flowing in the town. All community.
This is what I'm talking about, bro. He has this ability to fuse dance-ready material with a conscious message. Like, he is one of the best out there across any genres at doing this. He's sending a message and making you dance to the message. It's crazy. Instrumental structure on this, those 808s are amazing. Just the rolling nature of them, really sort of classic dancehall rhythms on those. And then obviously talking about there needing to be a sort of revolution in the streets and things like that, needing the community to be safe and sound, as we see on there.
Mercy, all of a sudden everybody a gunman. State of emergency and a bag of
my God.
Politician don't have no
Bro. Oh, mate. I tell you what, I missed this one yesterday, and the video dropped for it today. I'm annoyed I didn't get to review this on this morning's show, because this tune is something else. That transition into that more traditional sort of dancehall style of drum, underneath the sort of rolling snares, and obviously he's talking over the top of it again, spreading that same message. It's a beautiful fusion of a conscious message and essentially ruckus-causing bass lines. It's amazing.
Life, not a one thing, the amount of money can buy. Chat them a chat up about them a bad man a run up them out and go.
Mate, those strings getting involved as well. Oh, mate, the whole approach to this tune, the evolution of dancehall is something that's so fascinating to watch, and Chronixx is taking it in an entirely new direction. There's so much electronic influence on this without it taking away too much. Like, this still sounds like it is rooted firmly in dancehall. Again, with the messages they're talking about, or Chronixx is talking about, very serious stuff, and you even with that, you still kind of lose yourself in the beauty of the sound design on this tune. Those sort of little strings kind of creeping in as we hit the hook. Amazing.
Fly up in your head, my son. Make it forget, say you a king and stop. Bleach out your skin and a vex like a blood clot.
Mate, the whole approach on this, and realistically, it's far be it from me to say on certain issues. Obviously, I'm a white man. I live in the south of England. But from what he's saying, it's a very serious message involved in the tune, and this is something that Chronixx has been so good at over the course of his career. He has been someone that people can kind of turn to and listen to lyric-wise, and he is always talking on important issues, you know, and he always does speak his mind on things, and I think it's an amazing thing to be able to do and still kind of have tunes that relate to so many different things, and obviously still are relatable in the dance as well. It's fascinating to me.
In the street, where traffic one and food I feed, more love flowing in the town. Come on,
even like just before we get into the next breakdown, I know I'm pausing it a lot. I am sorry. I'm enjoying this tune too much, and there's so much about it I want to talk about. Honestly, the kind of textures and things that are going on in the background of this instrumental, the vocal harmonies that are starting to creep in as well, it's just growing. There's something different every 8 bars, and just to hear that on a tune like this, where he is talking about serious topics, and it still be a tune that people want to get up and dance to. Oh, bro.
Shelley and Fraser's just saying boats. With doctors, with lawyers, and all the singer them. African people will let the world are in.
Something else I'm noticing vocal-wise as well There's a slight purposeful distortion going on. We heard it on the intro, and it's starting to creep back onto the vocal now, and that's what gives it that almost like sound system-y feel. Like a microphone on the sound system isn't supposed to sound super crispy. You want it to be a little bit distorted because it gives it that live energy, and that's what we're hearing on this tune. This could be like a one take, like that's kind of how it sounds from his vocal, which is never a bad thing in this sort of sound, and he's just absolutely nailing it. There's so much emotion in his voice.
Prostituting my daughters, the son them get slaughtered, they breaking our families down.
Again, the topics he's discussing are on a different, there's a lot of stuff here that is far from it for me to discuss, if that makes sense. Like, these aren't things that affect me personally, so I don't want to like openly speak and say this is that, because it's not something I personally have gone through or understand. So just trying to be respectful of that, but again, he's getting his message across very, very well on this. And I mean, I'm here to talk about sound more than anything else, and I'm just blown away by the quality of what's going on behind his vocal, and then the actual quality, like sonic wise, of what he's doing vocally is on a different planet.
Many years of brainwashing, all the stupids with a big tail. It even might be these pills that they popping, make everybody feel like
just a note on the video as well. It's shot obviously in this really small kind of frame rate. I don't quite know what the actual ratio is, but it almost adds to it. It makes it look like almost it's like phone footage or something like that, and it kind of adds to that kind of revolutionary feel that we're getting from a lot of the lyricism. And yeah, it's just something, it's quite interesting. Chronixx always has really interesting video concepts. And we saw it on his last video as well. He was riding through the center of town on the back of a sofa. Very, very bizarre. But this, again, I feel it ties in very much to the message of the tune.
Millions of dollars to destroy will unreal sativa. Bringing seeds from California. And then they legalize ganja.
Wow. What a note to message it on as well. What a note to end it on as well. That subtle little delay reverb at the end. I might have to cut a little bit out of the ending just because I've just sat and listened through it, so apologies. It's not purposefully me cutting stuff out because I don't believe in a message or anything like that. It's purely so we can get the video up online. Fantastic from Chronixx. This tune is pretty sublime, to be honest with you. I think his approach to it's amazing. He's delivered an incredible message over the top of one of the finest pieces of dancehall production I've heard recently. Futuristic, experimental, but still very much attached to those original roots. This is fantastic. It's an amazing tune. Out to Chronixx each and every time. If you did enjoy this breakdown, which involved a lot of pausing, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button at the bottom of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like and a comment. We love to really break down the sort of technical side of Chronixx here on this channel, so please do get involved. And of course, lock in for Breakfast with KXVU over on Trickstar Radio, 7 till 10, Monday to Friday. We've got some incredible guests on the show next week, so make sure you are locking in, going and downloading that Trickstar Radio app, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.